I love this, ending up on the B flat of the B flat 7. Let's go back and listen to that again. Welcome to the Jazz Mental YouTube channel. My name is Paul Toby, and thank you for joining me for another one of my tutorials. Today we're going to take a look at the music of Randy Brecker, a trumpet icon, 7-time Grammy Award winner. We're going to take a look at some of his jazz funk solos as well as traditional standards. From funky grooves to traditional classics, his solos are pure gold. And this video is sponsored by the Made in New York International Jazz Gala, at which Randy Brecker is one of the featured performers. It's happening this May 31st at the Nydorf Karpati Performance Hall, part of the Manhattan School of Music on Manhattan's Upper West Side. The gala is also in partnership with All About Jazz, and Randy Brecker is also one of the judges for the International Jazz Competition. Since 2010, Made in New York Jazz has connected artists from across the globe, proving that music, like humanity, thrives on collaboration and improvisation. So we're going to begin by taking a listen to Some Skunk Funk, which is a Brecker Brothers classic. This clip focuses on Randy's virtuosity, lightning fast runs, harmonic leaps, and even funky syncopation. Listen to how he tears through the chromatic changes with pinpoint accuracy. So on this clip, he uses a synthesized electronic shadow. It basically uses a digital harmonizer like the one you see on your screen right now that plays in unison with his acoustic trumpet sound, creating a layer effect, making some pretty cool sounds for the time. That's not something that continues to be popular today, but in 2003, it was pretty much all that. Definitely a blistering pace and quite hip for the time. Now we're going to shift to some straight ahead jazz with Randy's solo on the standard What Is This Thing Called Love? And this was part of Don Grolnick's album, The Complete London Jazz Concert Live album. This clip features his lyrical melodicism and incredibly virtuosic chops, especially considering the pace of the tune, which is 300 beats per minute. By any standard, it's considered fast. Wow, how cool is that? Did you hear how solid the bass and drums were to keep that tempo alive at that speed? Pretty cool. All right, let's slow the pace down a little bit. We're gonna listen to part of Randy's solo on Round Midnight with the Danish Radio Big Band. This is a jam session masterclass with harmonically adventurous diminished and altered scales. It's also rhythmically dynamic with inserted triplets and double time bursts. We're gonna analyze his performance on Round Midnight a little bit more closely than the other two pieces. And the reason for this is because it's slowed down a bit so we can analyze it a little bit more from a harmonic and also a rhythmic perspective. So let's play segments of his performance and we'll analyze it as we go along. So right away, I can hear that he's pretty much sticking to chord tones. Yes, there's movement in between, but if you actually look at it And obviously we're talking about the first 4 bars of the solo. So he's doing something like this. So he's starting off with this, just this little play on E flat minor with the 3rd to the C half diminished 7th, and then on to F half diminished 7th. I love this, ending up on the B flat of the B flat 7. Let's go back and listen to that again. I love those blue notes that he plays there. Getting into the B minor 7th, E7. Let's go back a bit. Yeah, so when he's getting to the B minor 7th, he's like, and then B minor 7th, and then he plays this scale coming down. I don't exactly remember where he started, but he starts off diatonically. And then when he gets down to the bottom, it's more like chromatic scale. So one more time. And then it's A flat minor 7. Let's go back and listen to it. So I really like that where he comes down to the sharp 11 of the A flat 7 chord. It's just a great sound. Not a chord tone in this particular case. He likes landing on chord tones, but there he lands on the sharp 11. Let's go back a bit and listen again. Right, so he's really picking up playing double time, which is 16th notes instead of 8th notes. So when he gets back to the top of the tune, it's like, right, playing 16th notes. So rhythmically, he's really playing a lot with the scales and sticking in more rhythmic ideas. So he has a tendency to start at the top of a scale or the bottom of the scale and either come down or move up. So it's almost like he just picks a note to start with and then the scale happens after that note. So, and then pick another note to start and go up again. So he uses also enclosures from the bebop language where he's circling a note. So he starts at the top of a scale and then does an enclosure. And then things like that. It's really melodic playing, and that's what you should do over tunes like Round Midnight, because if you stretch too far outside the key, it starts to sound a little grating for the audience. So especially when you're playing with a big band and the big band's playing these big fat chords underneath, like long tones, and he's soloing over top, it's just a very melodic approach to soloing. All right, I hope you got something out of that. It's important to listen to jazz greats and incorporate their ideas, their style, their harmonic complexity, their rhythmic capabilities to your own playing. Now let's talk a little bit more about the Made in New York International Jazz Gala happening May 31st in New York City. It's important to check out this event and grab a ticket if you can. I know tickets are going fast. If you haven't heard about it before, basically Made in New York is an international jazz competition, and it pulls together jazz musicians from around the world who submit for the competition for composer, solo jazz artists, and a bunch of other categories. I happen to know from personal experience that it's been sold out several years in a row. And that's because it features musicians like Randy Brecker and Lenny White, and even some of the jazz competition winners. I'm going to put a link to their website where you can go and grab tickets and learn more about the event. It's really a great opportunity to kind of hang out with a bunch of other musicians in New York and have a great time. And I'm also sure you can read a lot about it at the All About Jazz website, which is one of the sponsoring partners. Just a quick shout out to Michael, the director, and his team over at Made in New York Jazz for sponsoring this video. So that's a wrap on Randy Brecker's jazz soloing secrets. I hope you got a lot out of this video, and I'd like to hear your thoughts about Randy's playing. Just put that in the comments below. And while you're here, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And if you're looking for more insider tips on how to play solos like Randy Brecker, I suggest you check out this video next.